Hi, my name is John Elizabeth Stintzi, author of Junebat, and this poem is called Hailbop. I found their ugly pink cactus head on the fringes of my commute through Hoboken last September, spiny, beside another colorful sibling, and for sale. That was the time of my dying. That was the time of an isolation so deep I could barely speak. The third time I walked by, I bought them, carried them up those hundreds of steps into my life here, into my horror room. I named them Hailbop, decided they were indefinite too. We lived together and I talked to them, and for the first time kin words floated around in this apartment. We were similar. Hailbop reflected me back, sat alongside my inferno, pricking me. I liked the tickle scent when numb skin hit them, how it could pull me back to the present. I felt close to a nearby thing for the first time in the city, and it was in their orbit that I didn't kill myself, didn't give in. Outsiders like us have a different gravity. We're on Jupiter while everyone else is on Mars. Through fall, we were fragile sisters together. They sat in the room while I borrowed their pink-headed bravery to write my novel, until winter came and love started blooming on Long Island. Weekends began to keep me away from Hailbop and nearer to her. Winter commenced with his yearly killings, but whenever I came back to Jersey, I'd always go to them first, in their little pot by the bed where I knew a warm square of sun would fall during the day. Hailbop was my community. I, their mother bird, drooling water from my lips onto their dirt because I didn't own a watering can. I worried hard that they'd die over Christmas. Hailbop was hardy, but slowly they grew ragged. And the day after Valentine's Day, I returned from a long stint in the relative bliss of elsewhere and found them crumpled in rot in the cold room, my space heater snoring from a bad breaker. Body, brown mush. Head gone white. It's true I didn't learn that every cactus was a succulent until Hailbop was already long dead. And it's true I fumble their pronouns in the same way I fumble my own in the privacy of my queerness. There's much we didn't know about each other, and yet all this hurt air we survived through. Hailbop was the symbol of the roughest arc of my life, and their leaving told me nothing except that leaving was what I needed to do. Poetry is the place where I go to be powerless. I didn't get rid of Hailbop's body for days after finding it. I lived with death in the room with me, felt the carbon dioxide they were not trying to breathe, felt water pool my cheeks with no thirsty soil to spit in. My love lived elsewhere now, in the girl out on Long Island. When I got rid of Hailbop, I wanted to bury them, but the ground was frozen. I had no shovel. Grief like that, quiet grief, grief for plant life, grief incomprehensible to others, can drive you to do rash, sad things. Without a shovel, I found a stone in our tiny garden. I poured Hailbop onto a spot there, took up the stone, and beat them flat into lonely and gone soil. This is a place, but this place is no longer a place for me.